Welcome back, brothers and sisters. I am Braden. This is Langley Outdoors Academy, and thank you for stopping by. Alright guys, on this episode of Bullet Points this morning, we are going to hit what's looking like a growing trend across the nation. We have rogue DAs that are simply not arresting people for gun crimes, not penalizing them and putting them in jail for violent crimes, and then complaining that there's gun crimes and violent crimes everywhere. Again, guns don't create crime. We know that. We've hit that dead horse. But this is really important because gun advocates and people who are standing up, patriots in their own right, and making this difference and fighting this machine. Everything's going to be linked in the description box below. I want to hear from you guys, and specifically, send this one out because this is a growing trend we need to address. Now, before we get into the meat and potatoes of this content, there's a brand that I want to introduce you to, and there's a pretty unique offering which you guys might find value in. Now, the brand is called Armed American Supply. They're an apparel company. They make all sorts of 2A stuff, from hats to t-shirts to hoodies, things of that nature. They really have some edgy designs and some also traditional designs. I lean on the traditional, but sometimes there's a little bit for everybody, right? But what's truly interesting is their innovative approach to business. They essentially give you the opportunity to win maximum prizes if you partake in their brand. You buy a t-shirt, you get entries into this contest. And this week, they're giving away a $10,000 Bass Pro Shop gift card to a winner that gets selected. Now, this is something I told them you might be interested in. They gave me a link so they would track and know that you came their way from me. But check it out. $10,000 Bass Pro Shop. Buy anything you want. And you guys can take a look from here. It's on you, but I think this is something you guys might want to be interested in. So, enough of that. Let's dive right into the situation that we've got going on with these rogue DAs that we're talking about, okay? So here's the article, again, linked in description. Ghost guns aren't to blame for Philadelphia's crime crisis. Opinion. Now, this is a pro-gun opinion, but it's written really well from a patriot in Philadelphia. Check this out, because it tears apart these DAs. Gun owners across the Commonwealth are outraged by Governor Tom Wolf's and Attorney General Josh Shapiro's continued scapegoating of firearms as the cause of violence in Philadelphia. Now, this is from one of the directors of Gun Owners of America, but it's really well written how they go at this. Wolf, Shapiro, and Democratic allies in the General Assembly are pushing no less than 6 bills, there's the bills, aimed at making homemade firearms illegal. So they're attacking the ghost gun things. That's the new hotness on the left side. These bills would require pieces of metal and plastic to be regulated as firearms, which of course is happening at the federal level as well. I'm not 100% sure it's going to work out exactly how they think. But listen to where he goes here, and he really shreds the DAs. This is interesting. But according to a notice issued by the Department of Justice Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and Explosives, from 2016 to 2020, less than 2% of firearms used in homicides or attempted homicides nationwide were homemade. So, of course, he's going after the fact that it's bull that they're going after the ghost gun thing, because it's not a problem. It's a manufactured marketing problem. That's what they're doing here. But he shreds it. 2% from the ATF's own archives. That's important because it's coming from a federal government. Okay, that's important. The cause of skyrocketing violence in Philadelphia isn't homemade firearms. It's not even commercially produced firearms. No, a major cause of the increased violence in Philadelphia is an unwillingness to prosecute criminals. And the culprit is District Attorney Larry Krasner, who was elected in 2017. And the way that he ties this together about how it's failing is the important part, because he's standing up here, but he does it in a very intelligent way. According to an analysis published in this paper, during Krasner's tenure, arrests for illegal gun possession have nearly tripled. Tripled. That's important to note. But conviction rates have fallen from 63% in 2017 when Krasner started to 49% in 2019. Now, you guys know Philadelphia is off the charts right now on crime, from carjackings to homicides. Everything is insane. I mean, carjackings are up like 500%. It doesn't take a criminologist to figure out that if you don't prosecute criminals, you get more crime. So he's going directly after the approach of the DA here. It's all about guns. It's all about guns being evil. It's not the people using it, even though they're not going into crime. I mean, not into prison. So they're creating the crimes. They're getting released again, and they create more crimes. It has a bit of a compounding effect, doesn't it? That's what you're seeing here, and that's why this is not going to get better until they realize the actual problem. How bad is Philly under Krasner? Shootings and fatal shootings have gone up every year since his election. Last year saw the highest number of homicides in the city's history, many not using any kind of firearm. Carjackings have more than tripled since 2019, topping out at over 720 last year. And that ties into a lot of other bullet points episodes we've done where people are defending themselves with concealed carry weapons. They're taking their Second Amendment rights and defending themselves and their property. This is incredibly important, and the reason that I'm covering it is this ties directly into all the cities across the nation that have raising rates of crime. Every single where you look, you've got DAs that are not prosecuting people. They are getting arrested, not prosecuting people, and then they're being used as a reason to scapegoat more firearms. That's incredibly important, and it's almost like it's an orchestrated effort, isn't it? And that's what I've got for you guys. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and I will see you at the 9 p.m. segment tonight. I'm Braden. See you later.